Hi there, it's Simon Kelly from Renegade Empire, and in this video what we're going to go through is a brief introduction into the page builder and how you can use it to build awesome web pages. So bringing up the page builder, the first thing that we see is some layout templates. So we've got a couple of options here. We can select from homepage templates, so you can see there's a bunch of built-in templates here that you can use and just quickly build your web pages. There's also content pages, which is for things other than your homepage. So got some services pages, photo portfolio, business contact, other kind of portfolio pages here. So there's a bunch to really kickstart building out your pages. And all of these, once you add them, you can easily edit them and rearrange the content and tweak them to make them your own. There's also an area for your own templates. So we've got two in here, and that's because I've already saved these ones, so they're ready to go. So if you were to create new templates, they would appear in this area, so you can quickly create templates that you like and then deploy those on different pages to really kickstart building new pages. Alright, so what we're going to do is just in the home page, we're just going to go and we're just going to add the minim page template here. So you can see as soon as we've clicked on that, it's immediately added the different layouts, modules and rows and buttons and all the different content to this page straight away, and we can quickly and easily just click on an element to edit it. So I'll show you just changing this particular one. So we can change the heading, let's get down to business, to whatever we like. We can also add a link in there. We've got various options like changing the style of the text, alignment, font sizes there, how it looks on a mobile. All of this of course is completely mobile friendly, so all you have to do is just use these existing elements and your web page will be mobile friendly and editable in this exact same way. So I can rearrange elements just by dragging and drop. So you can see as I hover over one of these elements here, I've got this box on the outside, which is the row itself, which I can also move, and I've got settings and option to duplicate and also remove here. And then if I hover over here, these are modules. So within a row is modules. So I can just grab this arrow here and I can just click and hold and move this down to the bottom, so I can quickly and easily rearrange elements. So if I want to move this into its own row, so I can break right out of this existing row and put it on its own row here, or I can even move it right down and put it within this other row that already exists, but I'm just going to break that out and put it on its own row, and then I'm just going to move that content below again. Alright, so there's easily changed the layout of my web page now, so I can just hit done and publish that, and that will be live and ready to go and mobile responsive, so it'll work on tablets and mobiles, ready to be viewed on those devices. Okay, so we can rearrange this, and then we can also say this is a template. So I'll just go through the templating feature with you now. So I'll just make a few more changes. So I'll just rearrange these two. I'll just swap these out. Okay, and we're ready to help you succeed. So I'm just going to put this one in here, and then I'm just going to remove this row as well. Okay, so once you're done making your changes to this, let's say we've decided that this is a good template that we want to use for other pages. So what I can do is go up to Tools and then save this template, and I'm just going to call this sample home page and press save. Okay, now I'm just going to delete some of these elements so I can show you what it looks like to get the page back. Okay, so I'm deleting these ones. Okay, so from here I can go templates, and then it's already selected your templates, so I can go sample homepage here. Then I've got an option to replace this entire layout with that template, or I can append it to this layout, which means it'll put it at the bottom. So I'm just going to replace the whole layout. Alright, so now we're back with the previous template that I saved. So you can quickly and very easily build web pages in a complex layout like this that's mobile friendly. So it's really going to speed up the way that you can produce content and great looking web pages for your website. Okay, so having a look at the add content section over here. So if we click this, you can see it brings up a couple of Accordion options here. So we've got row layouts, modules, widgets, rows, and saved modules here. So row layouts are how you want to actually structure your web page. So if we open this up, we can see we've got different columns and different sidebars that we can put in here. So what I'll do is I'll just put in a 2-column layout. I'm going to put that within this area here. Okay, so we've got the 2-column layouts here. So now that's the layout, so now we want to put something within the layout. So what I'm going to do is just put in 2 text fields. So I just click and hold the text editor there. I put that in, and then I'm just going to copy and paste some pre-written text there. Okay, and you can see that it's editable just like any other WordPress content. So you can change text easily. I can highlight this and turn it into a heading. You can change the font size. There's color options. You can add images. We've got some advanced options here too. So you can change animations can come up as well. You can change how it looks on a mobile. So maybe you don't want this particular area to display on a mobile. We've got some changes with the margins. So that's just how close something is to a different element. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that one. So I'll save that. And now what I'll do is just duplicate this one. Yep, so it's duplicated exactly, and then I'm going to drag it over into this next spot. Okay, so we've got 2 text areas just here, and I just want to change the column alignment here. So I'm just going to go into the edit column settings here, and I'm just going to change this to a 3rd-ish. So change it to a 3rd, and then I can see, if I just grab it and move that out of the way, the other column has automatically expanded to be the other 2/3. Okay. Alright, so now I want to take a look at saved rows and saved modules. So looking at the settings of this particular row, so a row is like a group of modules. Looking at the settings of this row, what I want to do is actually create this on different pages of the website, because let's say I like the way that this looks. I'll just make a few adjustments to just make it even out a little bit more so it just looks a little neater. Alright, cool, that's looking a bit neater. Okay, so I'm going to make it full width as well. So just go into the row settings, go full width, and then I'm going to change the background here to a light grey. So we can actually change it to red or anything we like, green, all of these, and it updates automatically. So I'm just going to change it to a light grey, just for a little bit of visual contrast. Alright, so I'll save that. So we've got a nice looking row here that introduces the website. Okay, so let's say I want to set this up on other pages of the website, just this grey box area, and I want to quickly be able to cut and paste this content without having to remake it every time. So what I can do is go into row settings and then click save as, and I'm just going to call this grey box row. Okay, so I've got an option here to make it global, and that is exactly what it says there. It can be added in multiple pages on your website and then edited in one place, and then that will update it on all the places of your website. So if this was some call to action button with some like your unique value proposition, and that was, you wanted to make that consistent, if you were to add that to 10 pages of your website, but then you wanted to go in and edit it, you'd have to do that 10 times. But with this, if you save that particular row as a global row, you can edit it in one place, and then it'll update all across your website, even if you just edit it in that one spot. So for now, I'm not going to save it as a global row. I'll just explain how it looks differently in a moment. Alright, so I'm just going to save that. Alright, and I'll just do the same thing again, but I'll save it this time as a global row. Sample global row. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go into add content and into saved rows, and you can see here I've got the grey box row, the sample global row, and an existing sample row already. So I'm just going to grab this sample global row and put that at the top. You can see how it's an orange color, so that means it's global. So these are both global rows now, and then I'm just going to drop in the grey box row as well, so you can see these all together. Okay, so I'll edit this one by just removing this headline. Okay, and you can see it's made a change there. And now I'm just going to edit one of these. See, now clicking on that, it's opened that in a new window because it's editable separately, basically. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to equalize those columns again. Just going to make them 50%. Alright, done. Publish those changes. Okay, and now you can see that it's updated it in both places where the global row existed. Okay, so some other items within the add content here. So we've got basic modules like headings, buttons, text, videos. I've got some more advanced modules like callout blocks, which are these items. So we've got neatly packaged titles, images, text, and a little call to action link there. We've got countdown options. There's ability to add posts. So if you've got a blog area and you want to automatically show the new posts on your homepage in a similar way to these callout blocks, then you can do that just by dragging and dropping and inserting that module. You can also show subscribe forms, different tabs, so lots of different ways to show your content so it looks fantastic, and it's all mobile responsive, so it's all going to look great on all your devices. With WordPress plugins, when you add a new plugin, sometimes new WordPress widgets are added. So these are all added to this area. So if you use a different plugin, it'll bring in the relevant widget, and you can use that within your content. And of course, we've got the saved rows and saved modules here. All right, so that is a basic overview on how the page builder works, and you can see how it's quick and easy to build awesome looking web pages in a fraction of the time that you can easily edit yourself. So I hope that's been useful for you, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.